What's up, interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today I'm going to be taking a look finally at the Transformers The Last Knight Premier Edition Voyager class Megatron. So here he is, and first we'll take a quick look at the box. Get out of here, Megatron. So right here on the front of the box you do have his name. It's from The Last Knight. It's Transformers, in case you forgot. That still makes no sense. On this side you have a cool picture of Megatron, and he's a merciless tyrant. On the back you have a very, very, very horrible product image. That looks terrible. That CG render looks awful. I don't understand why they do that. Because it makes the toy look really bad, but the toy looks really good in person. I don't know. Anyways, on this side it's nothing, and copyright, and there it goes. So here is Megatron in his alien jet mode thing. I don't know what... This is a jet. But what kind of jet? I don't know. Cybertronian. Let's just call it that. Now, he's been a Cybertronian jet twice before. In the first movie and kinda, sorta, Revenge of the Fallen. He was a triple changer. He was a tank that was also... It was a tank that also had wings on it that could fly. It was stupid, but then again, that whole movie was stupid. But anyways, taking a close look at this guy here. You got some very nice sculpted detail going throughout this entire jet mode, and some very nice paint. You got some gold here with some translucent red. You got some more gold. You got some more gold here, some metallic blue, some more gold down the wings. Overall, it just looks very nice. The back end does look a little messy, but that's how that's how the concept art of the jet looks anyways. And it is asymmetrical, but that's because of the robot mode. Nothing you can do about that. Underneath, you can pretty much see, arms, skirt, legs, head. Well, at least it's the back of the head instead of the front. Now, a lot of people I have seen complain about the underkibble. And I'm going to say right now, this is accurate to the movie. There's a scene in the movie, spoilers, there's a scene in the movie where he's flying like this for like 3 seconds. You see him flying like this. And you can see the amount of undercarriage his jet mode has. And it was like this. Granted, there were no feet on the wings, but it was like this. So I can forgive the underkibble. Now for accessories, let me just move my size comparison out of the way. He comes with this right here. This little... I don't even know what this is. Is it a sword? Is it an axe? Is it a pendulum? What is this? This is really weird looking. It's out of focus. But I do still like the way this looks. It looks really nice. It's really cool. And I love the bit in the movie where he drags it across the ground. That just makes this weapon look so cool. But yeah, it does have a little rectangular peg here and a rectangular port, so it can store right on the back. Mine is a little bit warped, so it does, like, my tab's a little weird, so it does stick up quite a way, and I don't like how that looks. Every time I try to flatten down, it just pops itself out. So that's a little annoying. But just to give you a size comparison of the weapon, here it is next to Optimus Prime's sword, which I've painted. So it's about the same height as Optimus Prime's sword, which then leads me to say that this is too small. Just like this thing, this was too small for Optimus, this is too small for Megatron. There is, however, a little bit of a fix to that. You buy the leader class version. You get a bigger weapon with the leader class version. And this looks a little better in robot mode than this does on that. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But this weapon, just going to go off to the side for now. For comparison, here he is next to Skydive. This is a deluxe jet versus a Voyager jet. See how that looks? Here he is. Get off. Here he is next to Optimus Prime, the Voyager class. And obviously that's not how scale works. But if scale worked in the movies, he would be 50 times bigger than this guy in robot mode. So, And hopefully I can fit this in frame. Here he is next to the leader class. And already he's a lot smaller. Just get that out of the way. He is a lot smaller than the leader class. But figure-wise, this guy is superior over this. Just because this dude has this weird... I don't like that. Yeah, getting him off to the side. So, and no, these cannot go into the figure anywhere at all. So, yeah. Now, transformation of this guy. Very, very clever. Very, very cool. I mean, you can kind of see how it works underneath here, but it just looks it's a really, really clever and fun transformation. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come up to the top here. This is also the trickiest part. You want to just remove or unpeg these sections here, and they peg in to there and there. So you got to separate them from the wings and the back. So you want to take them and move them off to the side. Then you want to take these sections here, just lift them out, untab the hip skirts underneath, bring this section up and clip it into place. Just like that. And bring these sections down and rotate them. Then you want to untab this section and bring it out and rotate the foot. And that port and that peg are going to meet each other. Just fold the leg around. Make sure you're in focus. Just peg it in. Just do the same thing on the side. Just like that. Stand him up and put that down. Fold these out just like that. And your autofocus messes up. Unfold. Well, move your camera up. Unfold these sections here. Stop it, focus. There we go. And then you just want to come around to the back here and unpeg this section. Rotate them around and tab, slot, clip into place. You want to fold out the hands here from inside the arms. Just take this section and fold it back. Rotate the head 180 degrees. And there you have Megatron in his robot mode. And he looks really, really cool. That looks really, really cool. I do love how that looks. It is a little boxy around the end here, but, excuse me, overall, it does look quite nice. Now, again, kibble. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't mind the wings here. This kind of does a little bit. It makes his lower body look way too bulky. But yeah, overall, this just looks really nice in 360. You're getting in close on the head sculpt. Just raise the camera up. You're too close. Readjust. Zoom. Readjust some more. So yeah, getting a close look here at the head sculpt. Very nice looking head sculpt. I did paint the red stripe on his face. I kind of messed up a little bit there. But yeah, I did paint the red on his face because he's missing it. You need that. You need that red paint. That was the coolest part of Megatron's design. And it kind of went into his character a little bit and making the fan theories. One of which I kind of like is how he has always been manipulated by something or someone. If you've read the comics, then he was manipulated by the Fallen. And now it looks like he's being manipulated by Quintessa because of this. And I just think that that's really cool. I like that whole little story arc. But just getting down here, you got a Decepticon symbol there. You got some very nice paint work on this guy. You got some black, you got some silver, you got some gold going down here. You got some more of that different color silver. And then his feet and his arms, you got some more gold exposed there and some silver right here. On this side, you got some gold here and some more gold. The arms are asymmetrical except for the biceps. They're not the same. Now, where does weapon go? He can store his weapon. Slot, tab, peg it in. Weapon storage, yay! It's not slanted at all, which kind of bothers me a little bit. I wish it went in at like an angle or something, but you know what, oh well. Now, you may have noticed that I forgot to do something in the transformation. I didn't forget. I like transforming my toy like this, with the cannon stowed away. You can stow away the cannon, and then you can fold it out when you want to, so he now has his fusion cannon, which is a really, really cool feature. I love that. I love how the new Megatron design finally has an arm-mounted fusion cannon. That is cool. That is really cool. But yeah, for articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint and a little disc hinge, so he can do like the whole sort of thing. The arms can do a full 360. The shoulder pad moves out so they can go out that far. He does have a bicep swivel, an elbow bend that bends a lot over 90 degrees, and the wrists can fold inwards, if that interests you. Piece of articulation I wish was here were wrist swivels, but the biggest piece of articulation I wish was here was a waist joint. There's no waist joint on this guy. There is no waist joint. Why? I know that this hinge section kind of negates a waist joint, but if they'd stuck a double hinge in here instead of a single hinge that started right at the top and folded down, you could have eliminated the restriction of the waist joint. This could have, like, you could have put a hinge here and a hinge here and a bar in the middle to unfurl it out all the way and then close it back up and allow for a waist swivel. So that's kind of inexcusable for me anyways. There was a way to do it, but they didn't. So that aggravates me a lot about this figure. It's my biggest complaint is there's no waist joint. But ranting aside, the hip skirts move out so the legs can go out that far. They can go forward. They can't go back just due to the sculpt behind the legs. He does have a thigh swivel, a knee bend that bends 90 degrees, and you get an extra bend here, so technically double joint. And you have a crazy ankle pivot. All are pieces of articulation, which would be great if there was a waist swivel. Kind of annoying. Now, for the skit you saw at the beginning of the video, that was really hard to do because you can't take this arm off unless you unscrew all this stuff back here, which was kind of annoying. But anyways, for a comparison, here he is with Skydive. So you can see there how he scales with a deluxe. Here he is next to his arch nemesis, kinda, Optimus Prime. And they scale very well together. I do wish, however, that Optimus Prime was a little shorter. His ears do kind of go higher than Megatron's head. But they do look very nice together. I really like the new movie designs. I'm loving the new movie designs. And the new movie toys are great. And then I'm about to contradict myself with the new movie toys being great by bringing in my next size comparison. Here he is next to the Leader Class Megatron. And I know I'm just kidding. Here he is next to the Leader Class Megatron. And yes, I also painted his face because that is so much better than the stock configuration it was in, and you know, the mask still works and everything. But yeah, I do like that gimmick. I wish that gimmick was put on here. I did take the head apart when I was painting it, and I noticed that it could have been done, but they replaced the mouth gimmick with something that's so much better and so rarely seen on toys nowadays. And that is, there is light piping, ladies and gentlemen, but mainly gentlemen, I suspect, according to my YouTube analytics. He has light piping in his eyeballs. It's hard to, bring a lamp in. There you go, you can kind of see it working. It's hard to do with my lighting setup here. But he has light piping, red light piping that goes throughout his entire head. And that is, light piping's a lost art. You don't see light piping anymore on Transformers. Combiner Wars, nope, Titans Return, the whole head gimmick just kind of negated light piping. But yeah. Oh, and just for the heck of it, because they're standing here, here he is next to the high-grade Barbados Lupus and the Bionicle Stars Paraka, which, by the way, is one of my top 10 all-time favorite Bionicle figures. Please do not judge me. I like this figure a lot. So, Megatron. Give him his weapon. Is he worth the pickup? Yes, he is. Which one should you get? The Leader or this one? Definitely this one. I will be doing a review on the Leader later, so you can see later. So you can see my review on that. And no, these do not plug into his cannon. But yeah, this guy is superior over the Leader. And if you want to paint his face, it's very simple. You just get a dry brush and some red paint, and you just splotch it on. I used, it's hard to see because there's paint over the name, but I used, is that an H? I used that color for the face. And what you do is, you just unscrew that little screw right there. It's a Phillips head about that big. And you would take that apart. Now his entire head will just fall apart in your hand, so you got to make sure you remember where everything is. Take that apart, just dry brush it, wait this paint takes, what, like a minute to dry? So wait a minute. Don't forget to paint this part as well, and then just put the head back together. And that's how I got the paint on there. And it looks so much better. So I highly recommend you do that with your own Megatrons. So that has been my look at the Transformers The Last Knight Voyager class Premier Edition, whatever, Megatron. And I'm that toy guy, and I just punched my own desk.